Welcome to the Fantasmagorium show. On today's show, Bob Odenkirk will be okay.
Yes, he will.
Do we have a Thrawn? Please, 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 do we have a Thrawn? Then, trailers, tunes, and the future of the MCU. Let's go.
And we are live.
Hey, Steve, what's going on, man?
Hey, Scotty. Not much, man. You know, I spent most of the morning working on something that I think is pretty cool. We can let everybody know. In fact, I'll bring it up on the screen. We now have a shop, a merch shop. If you'd like to help us grow and support the channel and get something tangible in return, please visit the shop. It's on our website. It's www.phantasmagoriumshow.com/shop. You can go, if you go to the website, there's a shop button or link that you can click in the menu bar.
Yes.
But yeah. So we have some different designs that we got up. You know, you can get hoodies and t-shirts for now. If you guys want more products, just let us know. We'll try to get those up on the shop as soon as we can.
I want a coffee mug.
Right.
I would like a visor.
Of course, right. Yeah.
I want a
mouse pad.
A mouse pad? Who has a mouse pad nowadays, you Amish? Well, fair enough. I apologize for making fun of your Amishness.
And look at my mouse pad.
Oh, that's a bitchin' mouse pad, dude.
Right. And
you know what would be better about that is if it said Fantasmagorium.
And it's hologram. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So
lenticular.
Yeah. Lenticular. So we have our the kind of the show name logo, if you will, and then some other cool designs that we had made. So, you know, help us out, buy a shirt or buy a hoodie. I'm definitely going to get a shirt or two, probably one of each. I definitely want the hoodie though.
Yeah. Oh, I want the hoodie.
So yeah. So that's cool. There's
only
exciting.
one hoodie and we'll have to fight over it.
Right. Because the show's not monetized, you know, we're trying to look for different ways to kind of, you know, besides doing the tips, to not only let you guys help support the channel, but also give you something in return. And merch seems to be a good way to do that. Also, if you'd like to send a tip with your comment or question, please do so. www.streamelements.com/phantasmagoriumshow/tip. Like I mentioned before, we have a website with all the stuff there. Please go check out the audio only
stuff. You
podcast.
Have the audio on the go podcast.
That's right.
You have the Black Phillip Alvarez show also available there.
We do.
It's a good time. And if you want to contact us, if you want to write a review of something like, let's say, Astro Boy, please come on. If you want to showcase your stuff, we will do that. Yep. Happily.
Yep. Send us a letter. Do so by just hit the contact button and fill out the form. We have like we said, we have the shop there now too. So check that out. We appreciate it. And we're looking forward to your correspondence there. So with that all out of the way, buddy, I think we can jump into the news.
Please.
So this dropped just before or earlier this morning. It's a very short teaser, trailer number 3 or 4, I think, for Shang-Chi, but it did have Shang-Chi talking, so I thought it was newsworthy, and so let's check that out. It's really short. We'll check it out, and then we'll get our reaction on the other side.
No, this is Lamb.
Oh, hit the wrong button. Look at me.
Not button. Who's got the button?
What happened to your shirt?
All I ever wanted was a normal life.
My son, the 10 rings, gave our family legendary power. Show me you are strong enough to carry them.
I'm nothing like you. I thought I could change my name.
can't outrun your destiny.
I'm not afraid of you.
Marvel Studios' Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Rated PG-13.
September 3rd, buddy. So
PG-13.
Yep. And it is the first time, I believe, that Marvel, the announcer anyways, of the trailer announced it Shang-Chi instead of Shang-Chi.
Yes,
So,
there's been some confusion over the pronunciation, but Shang-Chi is as confirmed by the star himself, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi.
So yeah, that's good. September 3rd. I'm really looking forward to it. The more marketing I see for this, the more hyped I'm getting to actually go out and see this in the theater. Yeah,
I'm really, and also just based on the synopsis, what if you were a good man whose father was a supervillain? What would you do? I'm interested to see that story. And also, Marvel Kung Fu.
Marvel Kung Fu. Yeah, absolutely. So down for that.
Yeah.
Plus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is going to be the very first Phase 4 movie. I don't know how much of a direction it's going to point in regards to where we're going in Phase 4, but we'll see.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Phase 4 is going to be all about family and regaining the family that you think you lost.
I think that's a good prediction. That makes a lot of sense, especially with kind of what they're setting up with the multiverse stuff with Kang and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see.
And Phase 4 is going to end with the Fantastic Four.
Right. So it makes sense, right? So hopefully we get that. I think we're getting 4 movies next year.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's something
can't
like
keep
that.
up.
It's insane. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, I think so, and that'll have dates as well, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Next on the list is Star Wars is rumored to have found its live-action Thrawn and Ezra. If this casting is true.
Sure.
So this is from Cinema Blend. If a recent report is to be believed, Star Wars will be keeping things in the family when it comes to casting Thrawn in live action. LRM claims that Lars Mikkelsen has been cast to play the role after having voiced the character for 2 seasons in Star Wars Rebels.
Yep.
With no clarification regarding the validity of the casting, though, this report should be taken with a serious grain of salt.
Pinch of salt.
Yeah, a pinch of salt. Rosario Dawson did on Instagram, I believe yesterday, retweet basically a picture of Lars and Mina Massoud. Interesting. So she did that, and people are thinking that's tantamount to a confirmation. The article goes on to say, interestingly enough, the report also mentions that Star Wars has reportedly found its live action Ezra Bridger in the form of Aladdin star Mina Massoud. Or Massoud. I don't know the pronunciation. I think it's Massoud, but it could be Massoud. Which I think is great. He actually looks exactly like the character Ezra Bridger. If you're a Rebels fan, you can see in our thumbnail. I mean, he fits the role pretty well. I did not see Aladdin. I had zero interest in it. I
saw the trailer.
I heard it was a really good movie. But
which one? The animated one?
No, the new one, the live action.
I couldn't care less. No Robin Williams, no dice.
Right. So Mina was in that, and I heard that he did very well. So it'll be interesting to see if these are true. Just let's put an asterisk by this right now. It is just rumor. This is not nobody at Lucasfilm or Disney has confirmed this yet, except for the fact that Ahsoka herself, Rosario Dawson, kind of posted up on social media that looked like to be the case. So,
and if Rosario Dawson says it's true, I believe it.
I believe her. Yeah, absolutely. She could tell me moon was purple, and I'd believe her.
Easy, Tiger. I'm just saying I trust her.
Okay. Well, that's between me and Rosario, dude. Okay.
I suppose. I apologize for intervening.
Next on the list, Bob Odenkirk collapses on Better Call Saul set. Woo, yeah. This is obviously this was shocking, but this was everybody was kind of concerned last night when this news broke. Odenkirk was filming his 6th and final season of Breaking Bad spinoff in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mm-hmm. The film is filming the 6th and final season of Breaking Bad spinoff, Better Call Saul, blah, blah, blah. The crew members immediately surrounded the 58-year-old and called an ambulance. As far as we know right now, it looks like from what we've heard over social media this morning is he's going to be okay. Looks like everything's going to be okay. They didn't say exactly what happened.
Okay, 2 things.
Yes.
Where was he filming?
New Mexico. Hot, right?
Hot. And also, how old is he? 56?
58 years old.
58 years old. Also, I would like to just throw a little bit of a topper on this Sunday. He just worked out hard to be in Nobody.
Right.
And so I don't know, maybe he's pushing hard, and 58, I don't want to say that he's unhealthy by any stretch of the imagination, but as a 43-year-old person who has toppled over in the heat recently, I can understand how Bob Odenkirk is.
I would assume usually when this kind of thing happens, it's due to heat and dehydration. Maybe he just didn't have enough liquid in his body.
Maybe.
That's what I'm gonna. I'm not a doctor, but sometimes I play one on the internet. So
yeah, no, me too. I submit to WebMD all the time.
Right. So hopefully he's look. From what we know so far, it looks like he's okay. He's gonna be okay. He'll probably spend the night in the hospital, released today, and back on set in a day or two. I would assume. That's
speculation, but
we'll keep you posted.
But he is such a great performer. I've enjoyed him ever since Mr. Show. Whenever he shows up, I am a happy, he's such a great performer. And we just wish him all the best. And we've had segments in the past being like, congratulations, still alive. And I'm saying Bob Odenkirk is going to be alive for quite a while.
Yeah, he's got a lot more in him. And, look, Bob Odenkirk is now an action star at 58. So we'll see. He's got more action films to shoot.
Would you love to see a buddy cop comedy with Liam Neeson and Bob Odenkirk?
Oh, come on, yes.
That would be awesome.
All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
There we go.
All right.
Make it happen, Internet.
Next up on the docket, the Suicide Squad unveils giant Starro statue in London. I'm going to let Scotty take this one. And I apologize. I was trying to grab the little clip that James Gunn posted up. Showing the unveiling of Starro, which was really cool. It was really quick, but it didn't take before Showtime. So I apologize for that. But you can find it. Go to James Gunn's Twitter, and he's got it right there.
I think that if you just entered into your favorite search engine, Giant Starro,
probably going to pick it right up.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. So anyway, the Suicide Squad unveils giant Starro statue in London. While most moviegoers in the United States have to wait until August 5th for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad to open in theaters, fans in the UK will get to see the highly anticipated DC film starting on Friday, July 30th. Sons of bitches. And it seems like they're getting to get a close-up and personal with the film's villain, Starro, even sooner. A giant-sized Starro is being installed in London's Leicester Square ahead of the Suicide Squad opening.
Sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah. What kind of Mickey Mouse bullshit is that?
Toronto never gets a giant Starro. On Twitter, journalist Daniel Curtis shared a photo. And so go to Twitter, go to Daniel Curtis, and you'll see a giant statue of Starro, of the massive starfish-like creature, tagging Gunn in the photo and noting that it's one hell of a marketing stunt. In the photo, you can see that it is indeed the giant Starro seen in the previews and footage from the Suicide Squad, standing menacingly over those gathered around, both to install the display and those stopping to admire it. Gunn himself soon after shared a short video of the installation as well, writing, "I've loved / been terrified by Starro since I was a little kid, and this is blowing my mind. You can check it out for yourself in pictures on the internet.
And
prepare to be amazed."
Hats off to Nicole Drum at comicbook.com for the hilarity in your writing. It's awesome.
Absolutely. That was awesome.
Well-written. Yeah, that was and it was very fun. The menacing part was really a good touch.
Yeah.
So hats off, my dear. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, UK. I know we have a lot of listeners in the UK and some buddies over there. You know,
we have listeners.
Yeah. Fuck you, you know, for getting it sooner than us. That's
I am jealous. I'm very jealous.
Totally jealous. That sucks. Good for you though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. Go out and see, you know, Suicide Squad. It looks awesome. You know, and
if you're in the London area and you don't want to see Suicide Squad, just go and check out the giant Starro. Take a picture, send it to us. We want to see this giant Starro.
I know, man. It's pretty crazy looking, but it's cool. So the first reviews have been coming out for the Suicide Squad, and they're amazing. They're saying they're continuing on with this is Gunn's best work. You know, this is, you know, in the vein of Super and Slither, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Actually, let me backtrack. They actually some people that said the Peacekeeper show that he's doing is more like Slither and Super. My bad, I got those mixed up.
Okay,
but yeah, but they are saying it's his best work. So that's, I don't know, man. I'm super excited to see this movie.
Oh, I'm jazzed. Yeah, I want to see the Suicide Squad.
And I wish I was seeing it July 30th instead of, you know, a couple weeks later. But
you know what? I'm more disappointed about the lack of giant Starro.
Yeah. No,
that's what I want. Like, if you gave me a giant Starro before the release, I would be like, "Yay, we're
right on Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset or something like that." Would be great.
Well, I'm saying in Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto, I know that you totally
do it at Yonge and Dundas Square, and it would be great. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that.
Take the giant Starro and put it on tour. That
put
way
it on the road.
Everybody gets a chance to see the giant starfish.
I want Mr. T to open a local Toys R Us in my town.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Next up on the list, this movie looks pretty good. This is a movie called The Card Counter. That trailer dropped yesterday with Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, and Ty Sheridan. Oh, and William Dafoe. Willem Dafoe. Let's check this out now.
This is how it starts. It builds and builds, has a life of its own. There is a weight a man can accrue.
This is where all the good stuff happens.
The weight created by his past actions. It is a weight which can never be removed.
All in.
You count cards, right?
I'm not that smart.
But you win. You need someone to stake you.
That's what you do. You run a stable.
I'm always looking for a good thoroughbred.
Having been sentenced to 10 years in prison, I learned to count cards.
How'd you do that?
Poker's all about waiting.
Check, raise, re-raise, call.
Then something happens.
You remember it?
This is where all the good stuff happens.
They made you the fall guy.
You need to back off.
You've been around him. He's a mystery. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
This is how it starts. Just a fleeting thought.
You might want a piece of what I'm gonna do.
Then it builds.
What is that? Set things straight.
It doesn't matter to me if you did something bad in your past.
Nothing can justify what we did. We are each responsible for our own actions.
You know the phrase tilt, just like in pinball. Any man can tilt. You can tilt. Is it possible to know when one reaches the limit?
You have to be the strangest poker player I ever met.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, dude. I'm all about that movie.
Who is Paul Schrader?
I'm not really familiar with his work, and I didn't get a chance to look him up yet. So, yeah, we can.
Please tell us in the chat.
Yeah, if you know his work.
That looks fantastic. I enjoy, not only do I enjoy poker movies, but I enjoy poker crime movies where, you know, crimes happen, not just poker.
Right.
And that looks amazing. Oscar Isaac is one of the most engaging actors that I've seen in every movie not called a Star War.
Sure.
And even in some that are.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. Was that in Evangeline Lilly in there as well?
Oh, I missed that. Maybe.
I thought I saw her. I didn't know. Anyway,
but yeah, it looks that looks great.
That looks great. That does look good.
So check out the card counter next month. All right. So you know what? Yeah, let's do this. I thought we
were doing this.
I was gonna bump this, but I want to do it. So let's do.
Which one?
So
what are we doing?
We have the upcoming Marvel movies. Here's what's next in Phase 4 and beyond. So we wanted to kind of just run down the list and bring you guys up to speed on what's coming, what we know that's actually like real, and I know there's a lot of kind of what if kind of stuff out there.
Well, what if specifically?
Well,
in August.
Sure. Yeah. Collider's put together a list of Marvel movies they know that are in the works, along with cast and filming details. We won't go on all the casting or any of that. We'll just kind of run down, the titles and when they're.
Yeah, no, I get it. I won't read everything this time. All right.
Okay.
Stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. So this is a recently confirmed stuff that we know that's confirmed. Although much has changed, obviously during the pandemic, this is still kind of what we have on the list or upcoming. So obviously we played Shang-Chi. We know that one's coming. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, September 3rd, 2021.
Theater movie.
Yep. Next
then
is
the Eternals. Being released November 5th, 2021. I still don't know what this movie is about, and I don't know if I should care.
It looks good, though.
What does it?
Looks good to me.
Okay.
But that kind of appeals to me. I actually like I don't know that this movie is going to be this way, but more of a story-driven, slow burn kind of movie. I know that's not going to appeal to the average Marvel fan, and I don't know that that's actually what we're going to get. That's just from that trailer. That's kind of what it looked like. But Chloe Zhao, she's
Oscar-winning director, and so
best in the business, right now. So they say.
So they say, but it is an interesting movie. I'm going to I think with the ensemble and out of the blue of Guardians of the Galaxy, no one knew what they were getting into, but the soundtrack definitely got them into it. And I think that the Eternals is going to be a team or a family, or they're going to be a wholly exclusive sort of pocket of the MCU that I'm not familiar with.
Well, here's the thing. We were talking,
and I don't know how they're going to endear.
We were talking a little earlier about where Phase 4 is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Eternals movie will be the setup that explodes in all the directions that's Phase 4 will go. I absolutely think this is the setup movie that you have to watch, more so than either
Iron Man 2. Is
no.
this the Iron Man 2 of Phase 4?
Maybe Shang-Chi or even Spider-Man No Way Home.
We'll get there.
Speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, that's next on the list. So Spider-Man No Way Home, release date's December 17th, 2021.
Absolutely going to a theater for this one.
Yeah, right.
And I don't even like the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do. I don't mind him. I actually, you know what? I really enjoyed the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man for the first movie. I thought
I'm a Tobey Maguire boy.
Yeah. Always go with the original.
Well, not always. Timothy Dalton is my favorite James Bond.
Oh, there you go.
So, but I'm looking forward to No Way Home. I'm intrigued to see how Enter the Spider-Verse is going to be made live action.
Yeah, me too. Next on the list is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That has a release date of March 25th, 2022.
Yay. That's not as far away as I thought. It's less than a year.
Yep.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Sam Raimi. That's
diggity dog.
That movie's going to be out of control. I can't wait for that one.
I'm looking for Chiwetel Ejiofor and Rachel McAdams to come back. Obviously, I love Benedict Wong and Benedict Cumberbatch, and also Wanda
and all the Benedicts. Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is my most anticipated is Doctor Strange because he seems like the only adult
in the room
left in the MCU.
So I loved the first one, probably more than most. Another one that I loved more than most, it was the last Thor movie. So the next one on the list is Thor: Love and Thunder, Taika Waititi, and the whole cast coming back. I can't wait for that.
It's probably on the list.
That's what I'm saying. I'm reading it actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't scroll down.
So that release date for that is May 6th, 2022.
So I don't understand how Matt Damon's going to be in this, in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pick up where he left off in the other Thor movie.
But okay.
I know dude. It's Taika.
I'm looking forward to Christian Bale as a villain, and it's something that I haven't seen in a long time. And
the God Butcher.
The God Butcher.
Mm-hmm. That's who he's playing. Gore the God Butcher.
Oh, Gore the God Butcher. I apologize. I don't have time to pull down my Marvel encyclopedia to find out who that is because I don't honestly, Steve, I don't know that much about Thor.
That's fine. You don't have to. The movies are really good. So just watch the movies.
Well, and watching the movies is better than reading the books.
Sometimes.
The
next up is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Release date is July 8th, 2022. So we're getting we're just every couple of months we're getting a new Marvel movie next year.
Yes.
After that, then comes The Marvels, which is the follow-up to Captain Marvel.
Well, wait. Easy, Tiger.
What?
Who do you think is going to be Black Panther?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what.
Like, who's your guess? Who do you want to be Black Panther?
I would like Lupita Nyong'o's character to become Black Panther. I think that makes the most
Shuri?
sense. No.
Oh no, I understand.
That was the love interest.
Yes.
Or the Black Panther, T'Challa, love interest.
T'Challa. And yes, but the thing is that it is a royal family, right? Like there is a monarchy, and so it would have to be within the family as opposed to the, guards.
She's a badass.
Yeah, but she's not related to the royal family.
No, but I think she's related to a royal family, in the pantheon of families in Wakanda. She's from one of the top families, right?
Well, and also from what I understand, they fight for the right to party.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they're gonna do. It's the whole thing is weird. I would have completely just recast, but that's just me.
Well, I think that there should be some reverence for Chad.
And then I don't know how anybody, even
not that I ever met the man or have the
even
right to call him Chad.
right? Even the Lupita Nyong'o character, I don't know how they're going to beat M'Baku.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
But I'd be fine
because I'd love to see Winston Duke take up the mantle. That'd be cool.
I don't want to shame anyone for their body type, but like M'Baku is a bit thick to be Black Panther, right?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. I'm just like I always liked my Black Panther to be lithe and panther-like.
Okay, all right.
Instead of being like a lion or a rhino, M'Baku's a bit of a lion or a rhino.
A lion? Maybe he's a lion.
Yeah, maybe not a rhino. They have that in Manhattan.
All right. Next is the Marvels. Like I said, this is Captain Marvel 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That release date is November 11th, 2022.
Okay.
I guess we're going to get all the Marvels in there. And then
I do like Brie Larson.
Yeah. She's all right.
And also, like, I don't know. It's like Nova Corps. It's like instead of doing a Nova Corps movie, they're doing Captain Marvel, and they're sort of folding.
Give me the Nova Corps movie. I'd much rather have that.
But this is how you're going to get it, man. Like I think this is how they're doing it. Is that instead of Nova Corps, which they can't rope people into, like I didn't like Captain Marvel, but it had nothing to do with anything other than it being fairly. It was like a coloring book. Like it was straightforward and nothing surprised me.
Very paint by numbers. Yeah.
Well, and then halfway through the movie they played No Doubt, and I was so happy. Anyway,
okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is supposed to be released on February 17th of 2023. What do we got? We got Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror or Immortus, depending on when you're reading this.
In this one.
And Catherine Newton as the Beaver.
As the Beaver. She's not the Beaver. Scotty.
Sorry, I don't know who Catherine Newton is, and it's my favorite joke. As the Beaver.
Yeah. I love Peyton Reed. So I think his sensibilities with this franchise or with this Ant-Man property is awesome. So I am looking forward to this one. Quantumania, silly title, but it works, and it'll.
Ant-Man movies are silly.
Yeah, and it'll probably be exactly what it sounds like. Quantumania.
Oh, did I mention Paul Rudd?
Yes, you did.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he goes on Conan O'Brien's podcast and plays that clip from Mac and Me.
Oh, he might. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, release date May 25th, 2023. Obviously, James Gunn is back with his wacky crew. So we don't know much about that yet. Obviously, he's got the Suicide Squad before he jumps headlong into this one, but that we know that's coming out. It does have a date, a release date set, so they'll probably stick to that, I would assume. After that, we have Deadpool 3. This one is a director TBA. Status is in development, so we know that they're doing it. There's no other information as of yet. Pretty much the same with the Fantastic Four, except we do know that John Watts is directing it.
Okay.
Again, with Blade is almost the same thing. Release date TBA, status in development. Director Bassam Tariq, which we brought to you last week, and then the next one was Captain America 4, and that's basically completely up in the air. TBA on the release date, in development. TBA on the director. Obviously, Anthony Mackie is in the cast. So we'll see how that goes.
I think that leads to the MCU Phase 4 and beyond. For the beyond, like I just want to see Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3 or Volume 3 just for the soundtrack. I'm in. Deadpool 3 is supposed to be confirmed as being rated R. Fantastic Four is the first family of the Marvel Universe, so I would like to see them get the fanfare that they deserve. Blade, I'm looking forward to. I like Mahershala Ali, and I want to see him kick ass. I kind of want him to be his own character. I hope he doesn't do an imitation.
I don't think he will.
Wes.
He hardly ever does that with anything he's done. I've loved this guy since he was in a TV show called The 4400. Man,
I've heard of it. I never saw it.
Man, he was good. So
then Captain America 4. I am looking forward to Captain America. I want to see a new Captain America movie, and I want it to say the exact same thing to me that Captain America: The First Avenger did. But this time, Captain America is going to be Sam, and I'm so looking forward to it. I want it.
We'll see. I wasn't crazy about that.
Neither was I. I wasn't.
But we'll see.
I wasn't crazy about the show either, but I think the actor and the character.
I do like Anthony Mackie. I think the character. I thought he did justice to the character. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I was hoping they'd kind of leave it there on Disney Plus, but it looks like he's getting a movie. So, yay for Anthony Mackie because he deserves it. But
yay for Captain America
screen. I think
3 cheers for Captain America.
My question is, do we think Fantastic Four is going to end Phase 4 or begin Phase 5?
But it doesn't make sense for it to be at the beginning of Phase 5. It makes sense to be the season finale of Phase 4.
Right. Now, John Schnepp always wanted the Fantastic Four to start Phase 4, which would have made a lot of sense too.
But there was still integration and story beats that were being planned by Feige and all of that jazz
there's no way to do
before the merger or the acquisition of 20th Century Fox by Disney. So they didn't have that kind of time to plan the beginning of Phase 4. And so there are a lot of variables that have happened, whether you talk about the disease and you talk about the acquisition of Fox by Disney and where everything sort of lay, and Disney Plus and the shows that they were going to do. There's been shuffling going on since forever. And so I think that everyone had very strict plans, and then all of a sudden life happened.
Happened. Yeah. It does. It tends to get in the way sometimes, doesn't it?
Well, no, sometimes it makes it interesting.
Maybe. So I'm going to leave this up to you, Scotty. You're gonna make the call. I'm making you the president of the company today, whatever that.
Yay! Is. I got a promotion.
Right, president of the Fantasmagorium show today. We have two other stories, but we do have a lot of comments to get to. We have the 9 upcoming animated movies to add to your watch list, and then the Lamb official trailer. We can bump those to tomorrow, or we can do them right now. It's up to you.
Well, can we I've been looking forward to seeing the Lamb trailer. Can we do the Lamb trailer and then talk about the animated?
Well,
later?
Absolutely. We'll split the difference. We'll do one today, and we'll hold the upcoming animated movies until tomorrow. That sounds like a smashing idea.
It's called teamwork.
I'm glad I thought of it. Thank you very much. Here we go.
Oh, you're a brilliant, brilliant man, boss.
I am. As long as other people come up with all the concepts, I'm great. I love sampling and stealing from other people.
It's borrowing.
It is borrowing because I always give it back.
True.
Here is the official trailer for Lamb. This is from A24. This looks pretty good too. Check this out.
Well, I'm never sleeping again.
I don't know, man. That's leave it to A24.
But that looks like a better disturbing movie to me than the Adrian Brody haunted house in the middle of the 1850s. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Sheep are mad at us? Okay, let's go. Like, it sounds like I'm saying The Happening is my national anthem or something. But like, that looks like nature gone wild, and I think it's going to be an allegory for something much more horrific.
Well, yeah, A24 movies usually are.
I think that looks amazing.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty good. I love these freaky little weird movies that, start out as one thing. Yeah. Naomi Rapace is awesome. I do. I thought it was weird when they birthed the calf. Right, it sounded like a baby crying.
I know.
Right?
That's when I started getting freaked out, dude.
What? And then obviously she starts caring for it like a child. That's part of the show. But I was like, oh man, okay. And then it got even weirder. Like, who's this other dude and what's going on? So this should be a very interesting movie to check out.
Yes, and also, if you're going to be watching a slow burn thriller, horror, psychological thing, that is the time to introduce yourself to subtitles.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
This is exactly if you say you don't like subtitles, this is the movie to start watching subtitles.
Absolutely. Actually, any horror movie, but especially slow burn horror movies are great to learn how to read what you're seeing. Okay, shall we go over to comments? Let's do it.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Okay, let's go.
Bunyan Snipe says, "Thrawn to be wild." I couldn't sing the song because of the copyrights. Terje, hey Terje. I love me a Thrawn cocktail. I do as well. Terje says, I'll be honest, before the trailers, I hadn't even heard of Shang-Chi. Nerd shame. No, not nerd shame. It's an obscure thing. Man, we had a conversation yesterday about Rom.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Rom.
Rom was awesome.
Bunyan Snipe says, it's Mario all over again. We have an Abomination. Well, we have a Hulk. But yeah, no, and I appreciated it, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to watch the Shang-Chi trailer. Bunyan Snipe says yes, and I wanted to watch that to see if there was anything that was really sort of revelatory about the new trailer.
We only got a few new scenes, but nothing that great. I did like that we heard Shang-Chi talk, and then.
Well, Shang-Chi talked before.
Yeah, but this was a little more, in depth about the way he felt, how he's feeling about his position, being the son of, a criminal mastermind.
Well, the Venom trailer, how it shows Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock walking through and interacting with people, and you get a sense of Eddie's personality. I don't know anything about Shang-Chi's personality.
Yeah, you still don't. That's fine.
If you're gonna be if you're making a thing, you really gotta you gotta sell the charisma, sell the sizzle.
Well, you'll get it. We'll get it in the movie, I think.
All right, I hope so. Bunyan Snipe says pinch, which is the accurate way of saying it's not a grain of salt, it's a pinch.
A pinch of salt.
How can you tell a large grain of salt from a small grain of salt? They are all about the same side. I'm assuming he means size.
Yeah. Did he put that in twice? It looks like.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, he said size. Size. Yeah. Okay.
He did correct himself, and thank you for being an editor.
Yes.
Tertiary says, I take New Year's with a grain of salt and 3 aspirins.
Okay.
Several grains.
Call me in the morning.
Tertiary says, regarding Odenkirk, his wick just burned out after Nobody. Hopefully he'll be kicking ass again in no time. And I agree, man.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to say that his wick burnt out. I'm just thinking like a 58-year-old man making an action movie. He was a comedian and a writer.
There's a Better Call Saul.
Yeah, he was, and he absolutely, and his performance as Saul Goodman is one of the crowning achievements of his career, being able to transition from silly sketch comedy to Breaking Bad. That's incredible. And maybe if you didn't do sports in your youth, it's not a good time to take them up when you're 55.
Right. Like I said, I have a feeling that this was a dehydration issue. It's probably nothing that serious.
Bunyan Snipe says, gonna go and see that tomorrow.
That's Starro.
Starro? So, shit, dude, you got to take pictures and send them.
You have to. We'll show him on the show for sure. Gonna go see that tomorrow. Something's going on with his deal, doubling up.
Tony 2 times. We call him Tony two times.
Let me go get the papers. Get the papers.
Terje says at Bunyan Snipe, we expect a picture of you and Starro post haste.
Yeah, post haste. For anybody that doesn't know, that means quickly.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh,
Tim Possible. Hello there.
Well,
Fire
hello
fist
there.
bump, cool man.
Nice.
Terje says, good to see you, Tim. Hello, Beaches. Todd Michael.
Good to see you in the chat, buddy.
Always a pleasure. Tim Possible says, hello to you, Terje. Terje says, Toddy cool. Bunyan, hello, other beaches.
All the beaches are represented today in the chat, by the way.
Tim Possible, Tim Possible says, Ghostbusters looks dope, bruh. Okay. Are you looking forward to it?
Me or Tim?
Yourself.
Yeah. I was kind of meh on it. It's like I said yesterday, I'm not a huge fan of Ghostbusters to begin with. I love Sigourney Weaver, so anything she's in, I'll see. But
did you ever see Paul?
I did.
Did you like Paul?
Yeah.
So did I. Yeah, me too.
I'll give it this. Like I said yesterday, I thought that the Donner-esque Superman vibe that I got from the cinematography and kind of the tugging on the nostalgia strings worked for me. So yes, I will see the movie. I just don't know. I'm not, it's not like a most anticipated for me though.
No, and it's not even there for me. Like I'm interested, but I'm not.
But I'll tell you what, it looks leaps and bounds better than the one we got a couple years ago. That one I had zero interest in.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we just erasing that right out of memory.
Terje says, just you wait, Stephen Scott. Starro will soon enough swim over and mess you up.
I know.
Well, he is a starfish. Yeah.
All about the face, neck, and chest, probably.
Oh, my Starro.
Oh, my Starro.
Bunyan says his real name is William. Willem is his stage name. Okay, fine. Let's not dox Defoe.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Bunyan.
Yeah, way to go, pal. Terje says at Tim Possible, doesn't it? My most look forward to movie last year and this year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm
not sure. Yeah.
Hey, Nolodoc. Nothing.
So what's new? Yeah.
Nothing really, man.
Nah.
You'd have to rewind. We talked about new stuff
Some
before.
new stuff.
Yeah.
Some new movie news. Cool news. That's what's up. Tiberius says, does New York still count as new? I suppose.
As new as New Amsterdam.
Right.
Nolodoc says, nah.
Taxi
driver. I think I owe you a beer.
Yeah.
Terje says, then
just pass it right through the screen, please.
Okay,
maybe not.
No. Because you're enticing me to like punch at my webcam. So anyway, Terje says, then nothing except everything Canada Man and Huntington Beach guy is talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll take it.
I like the title of our show better.
Yeah.
If it were Canada Man and Huntington Beach guy, it's too much to punch in.
Yeah.
You can't type that. Bunyan Snipe says he wrote Taxi Driver.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. I'm down with that. It's probably why Scorsese produced the movie.
You mean Sorceress? Nothing.
Yeah. Moving on.
Bunyan Snipe says, cannot wait to see him in Moon Knight. In another timeline, he would have made an interesting Wolverine. You know, that's good. Do you think Oscar Isaac would have been a good Wolverine?
I think so, yeah. Well, it's Oscar Isaac, so I've never seen him put in a bad performance.
Okay.
And he really got onto my radar from Ex Machina, is where I really started taking a shine to him. And he is not disappointed in anything that I've seen him in since. I mean,
agreed.
And not for trying, because some writers have really tried to make him look stupid with the insane and sophomoric writing that they gave him, but he still elevated it. So I'm looking at you, J.J. Abrams. Anyways.
Oh, easy, Tiger. Why?
Yeah.
It's so easy to yell at Star Wars. I was thinking more of like Inside Llewellyn Davis even going to Sucker Punch and having that variety. No matter what you think of the movie, he was good in it. And so,
I like Sucker Punch, by the way. I'm in the minority, I think, in that, but I do like that movie.
It is a jagged little pill.
But I'm with Bunyan. I can't wait for Moon Knight. I think that's going to be an amazing series.
Terje says Paul Schrader also wrote the script for The Last Temptation of Christ.
Awesome. Another one of my favorite.
Adapted the original book, I think, is more accurate.
I'll tell you what, it's one of my favorite Scorsese films.
Oh, The Last Temptation of Christ. Pardon me. I was thinking about The Passion of the Christ. The Passion of the Christ is much more of an adaptation, whereas The Last Temptation of Christ is sort of an interpretation. I guess they're both interpretations.
A bit.
Bunyan Snipe says he's a prolific writer. Excellent.
Sounds that way. Awesome. Now, so I'm assuming this is his directorial debut, then.
Well, and yeah,
it looks amazing. So. Hopefully the movie's good.
Well, and he has the confidence of Scorsese.
Well, yeah.
Terje says, I liked his take on the fourth Exorcist movie. I've never seen the fourth one. More so than the Rennie Harlan cut. Is it the one with George C. Scott? Because I thought that was the third one, but I've never seen the fourth Exorcist
I don't think I've seen the fourth one either. The third one's actually really good.
Yeah. With Brad Dourif?
It's really good.
Yeah. Bunyan Snipe says, I think the Eternals will be a Quest movie.
I believe that. You're onto something there. That sounds exactly like what that movie is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Bunyan says, at Terje, it was better. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was for.
Terje says, I totally predict that Phase 4 will lead straight into Phase 5. That is
you heard it on the Fantasmagorium show first. Yeah, I mean, we're breaking scoops all over the place, aren't we?
Yeah. And you know what, Terje, I don't want to talk too early, but do you think that Phase 5 may dovetail quite nicely into Phase 6?
Into Phase 3 or 4?
Maybe. I don't know. They could take twists and turns, time travel, divergent timelines.
We'll have to see. You heard it here first, though.
Yes. Bunyan Snipe says Garfield's Parker was way too confident. Well,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I did like him, though. I liked him in the role. He was obviously a bit too old, but that's fine.
Well, but I found the main character of Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man, the main character in my mind was Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. Like, that's what I was looking forward to the entire time.
And she was good.
So, yeah, I found Andrew Garfield to be a wet sandwich.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's the great thing about movies, man. It's so subjective. It's just like
I could be wrong, and if anyone in the comments wants to tell me why Andrew Garfield is the best Peter Parker, then I'm fine with it. But
we love it when people write in and tell us how fucking stupid we are.
Yeah. Also, Timothy Dalton is the best Bond.
No, he's not. I don't know who is. I don't have a better argument.
You should comment, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I don't really have an argument there. I'm not a huge Bond fan either, but I always liked the Sean Connery Bond. Actually, I grew up on the Roger Moore Bond, so Bond has always kind of been those two guys for me.
True.
What's next?
I don't know. Why? Terje says, I don't know why, but I keep thinking Doctor Strange will meet Cthulhu. Maybe because the title makes me think about it in the mouth of madness. Yeah.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool to cross over that, but
like, Steve, do you know a lot about H.P. Lovecraft?
I do, but I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, so check me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think Cthulhu or something very close to that character exists in the Marvel universe. I'm just not 100%. Man, I wish Schnepp was around so I could ask him that question because he would know. If you do know, please, jump in the comment section and let us know. But I do believe there's a character. If it's not Cthulhu, by name, it's dang close.
Well, Namor probably has control of him. Bunyan Snipe says he's just playing that actor who lives with the other survivors. Well, that seems like a boring thing.
Okay. Next.
Well, no, not the comment. I think in terms of if that is your description of the story, then that does sort of. It sounds kind of like
that actor who,
kind of like Trevor Slattery. Terje says to Bunyan Snipe, agreed. Didn't care for lasagna, Spidey at all.
What? Lasagna, Spidey?
I guess like Italian Spidey.
I'm missing that, but I'm sure we'll get an update.
Dude, we got to start vetting these comments. Eventually, someone's going to make me say something horrendous.
I know.
Bunyan Snipe says the king can be voted out of office. Well, no, that's not how kings work.
Right.
Terje says he can be Black Armadillo, round and tough. No, I'm fine with it.
Winston Duke is a specimen of a man, and curse you all for saying otherwise. He's not fat and round.
Who?
Winston Duke.
Like from Commando?
No, Winston Duke, the guy who plays M'Baku.
Well, no, but he's round and tough, man.
I don't know. I think
if I hadn't seen M'Baku in Black Panther, like that is a prime actor to play the Thing.
Okay, maybe.
Nova Corps are gone. That is true. Xandar was destroyed. Thank you, Bunyan.
So we're not getting that. Maybe.
Dick Ryder will just take all that power and become Nova. Maybe.
Hopefully.
What about Adam Warlock? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so we got that tease. We'll see. I don't know.
But now I feel like Adam Warlock is wasted now that the Infinity Gauntlet is over.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Warlock was it was a necessity to introduce him later because no one knew what the hell was going on in the first place.
We should have definitely got. I was hoping for that was the end of Guardians 2 or 1?
2.
2. I wish they would have done something with that character. They still might somehow, but seems like we're moving past that character now in the story as the story goes and unfolds.
Terje says Captain Marvel was a stunningly boring film. Seen it twice, never thrice. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with that movie.
I liked it, but you're 100% correct. It was very paint by numbers. It was kind of just like, and I like Brie Larson. I think she's a great actress, but she was very wooden in that role. And I don't know if that came from the direction or just the way she chose to portray that character. I don't know. Weird.
Like that is okay. So Captain Marvel, in my opinion, is a small ice cream shop that when you walk up, everyone is friendly and everyone is lovely and it smells great and everything's clean. But as soon as you find out that all the ice cream is melted and you're just going to get a cup of goo, That's what that movie is. It's like everything was lovely. You did your best with what you were given. I'm so sorry your product was crap.
Oh boy, yeah, that's harsh, but
well, no, but
not unwarranted.
Everyone in the ice cream shop is doing their best. They're all clean. They look great. Everything is fantastic. And it's just like, and would you like it in a cup? No, I'd like it in a cone. Well, we don't have any cones. And also the ice cream is melted.
Right. So you can drink it.
We don't have any straws.
No, boy. Moving on.
Degrassi Knowles, thank you for coming back, Degrassi Knowles. Michael Cole, not a female T'Challa.
I think it's Michaela.
Michaela Cole. You know what? I mix up Scorsese and Sorceress.
Yeah. In a good way, though. You did it great. So
would you like to?
Yeah, I'll finish up. Michaela Cole, not a female T'Challa, coming through the multiverse. No, I mean, so that happened, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. They announced that Michaela Cole was coming into Wakanda Forever. I'm hoping not to take basically an unknown character or somebody we haven't been introduced to yet and make them the new Black Panther. Doesn't seem like the right way to go. That seems very outside of the box for something that's kind of, in the box. But we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. Degrassi goes on to say the legit Wakanda Forever leaks have been pretty juicy. I don't know, legit or not. The leaks are leaks.
Well, and I appreciate the heads up, Degrassi.
Yeah.
But I think that one of the things that we appreciate doing is watching the show. I would like to see it and then decide what I think of it, as opposed to getting too deep into the behind the scenes dramas and the promises that are being made. Like, I don't know what's going on with any piece of work until I see it. And I would like to see it. If I'm interested in it, I'll see it. If I'm not interested in it, I probably won't. But I would much rather see the work itself than worry about how the sausage is made.
And I'll tell you what, Scott, if they bring in through the multiverse, a new Black Panther, I'm out. I'm done. That I have no fucking interest in that whatsoever.
What do you mean through the multiverse? I don't understand.
So through the multiverse, so basically she was a female Black Panther in some other timeline.
Oh, like a variant?
Yeah, and they're gonna pull her in to be. No, I'd be completely.
No, but I think that the spirit of Wakanda Forever, it is in the title of Black Panther 2. I think that it is going to have to be from the community of Wakanda, and I don't know the name of the kingdom beside whom M'Baku commands, but like, I'm just saying it should be within that community of Black Panther. Like, Sony's making so much money off of the villains of Spider-Man. I think that there is more than enough in the Black Panther mythos and a pantheon of characters that you can include new characters and bring them in and say Wakanda Forever. This is a chance to expand and use everything that is within the Black Panther. Like, you get the book. I think there's so much to be able to pay attention to.
I do agree with that, but it's super fucking lazy writing to use time travel and multiverse to start bringing characters into shit. There's a natural way you can do that without trying to pull in variants from all of these other timelines.
Oh no, and I agree. Variance is lazy. Yes,
but we'll see. Look, they've done crazy shit. And we'll see if they'll continue to do it with Black. I don't think so. I think it's going to be because of now. If they had wrapped up the character or this version of T'Challa in a different way, if this was the third or fourth or fifth movie,
they had no choice.
I know, Scotty. Let me get it out, please. If they had done that, bringing in these other characters would be easier, right? It'd be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But because we know that they're actually going to pay reverence to Chadwick Boseman's version of Black Panther, I don't think they're going to go crazy out of the box to do it. I think they're going to actually take their time, do it right, and we may get. I mean, we're obviously going to get a new Black Panther, but it's going to be somebody we know. It's not going to be somebody brand new. But that doesn't mean they can't bring in, and they are, because Michaela Cole's coming in. They're going to bring in some new characters, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I just don't. I don't think we pull them out of the multiverse to become the new champion that nobody's ever even heard of before, right?
Agreed. It does. Yes. Degrassi Knowles continues. Peyton Reed's original FF pitch at Fox was genius, and I really, I was a big fan of Peyton Reed directing the first Fantastic Four, which ultimately was directed by Tim Story, but that was after he had directed Bring It On. I'm sorry, guys, I like Bring It On. So after that, and also Down with Love with Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor, I'm a Peyton Reed fan from back in the multiverse. And so everything with him taking care of the Fantastic Four pitch at Fox was genius. Yes, DeGrasse.
Yes. Yeah, and I was pulling for Peyton Reed to do the Fantastic Four movie, which says a ton about whatever that pitch was that what's his name now? I lost his name.
Peyton Reed?
No. The new John Watts.
Yes.
So whatever John Watts' pitch was must have been fucking fabulous.
Now, John Watts directed Homecoming, yes?
Yeah. He does the Spider-Man movies.
Well, and in my
which scares me a bit because they're not my favorite Marvel properties.
Well, and more importantly, they're not my favorite interpretation of Spider-Man. So
the Iron Man Jr., he always has to have a father figure.
I just don't know. And you know what? Maybe he will do better with Fantastic Four, but I don't know. They
can't listen. Marvel cannot fuck up Fantastic Four. They can't.
It's been done 4 times.
So
they have fucked up the Fantastic Four.
They have not.
So many times.
Marvel has not Marvel.
No.
The MCU has to do it correctly. There's not going to be another chance. So I hope Feige. That's what I'm saying. John Watts must have come into the office and wowed him with whatever pitch he had, because I thought it was a lock for Peyton Reed to do it. But we get John Watts, and hopefully he gives us better fare than he has with the Spider-Man franchise.
Well, I'm not saying the Spider-Man franchise is bad.
I don't think it's not top level Marvel for MCU for me.
No, but it seems like supportive Marvel. Mm-hmm. It seems like it seems like supplementary Marvel material.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Spider-Man is. Anyway.
Maybe. What's next?
After Turge says, after 3 horrible Fantastic Four movies, I've given up.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time back in the MCU. People that actually understand the property are going to make this movie. So hopefully. And I know that Kevin Feige was tangentially involved as a lower level producer on those movies, but he didn't have the say he has now.
Dude, I hate to be so unprofessional, but if I don't leave this chair and go to the washroom, I'm going to explode.
Do it now. All right, we'll see you in a minute. So going back to that. Yes, horrible Fantastic Four movies. This one has to deliver. No matter what, this one has to deliver. It's got to be great, or they're never going to be able to do another one. That's just the way it's going to be. Or it's going to be a long time before we see another one. So hopefully John Watts, like I said, that screams to me that John Watts had a great pitch in the room. So hopefully that's it. Bunyan Snipe says, will Blade be British? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so, but we'll have to wait and see. Bunyan follows up. Yeah, he would be the perfect fit outside of Brad Bird. Yeah, I agree. Terje says, "Hey, vampire, cup of tea, love." Oh, what? Did I miss that, or did I have a jump? Oh no. Yep, we had a big jump. My apologies. Please bear with me. We had a big jump in the chat. Shoot. Oh boy. I hate when that happens. It's hard to find your place. Here we go. Sorry about this, guys. All right. Bunyan says, this will make a perfect companion piece for Pig. Yeah, it's funny that you brought that up because I was thinking the same exact thing when about halfway through that trailer. I'm like, wait a minute. This would go great with Pig. It's a great double feature. You watch Pig and then you watch Lamb. Terje says, Lamb looks amazing. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it does look good. It looks really good. Terje follows up with, if you want to watch another scary Nordic movie, check out Norwegian Thelma by, I'm not even going to try that. His new movie just won Best Female Lead at Cannes.
It's pronounced Joachim.
Oh, it is.
Thelma by Joachim Trier.
Joachim. Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers. Degrassi Knowles says, have you seen The Empty Man? He transmits, we receive. I have not seen
I have not either. The Empty Man. Thanks for putting it on our radar.
We'll check out the trailer. Absolutely.
Check that out for sure.
Terje says, true story. I auditioned for a Norwegian movie with Noomi Rapace called I don't know. Is it
Noomi or Naomi?
I thought it was Noomi.
Is it Noomi? Okay.
Noomi Rapace.
I think it's Rapace.
Okay.
Called Baby Call.
Baby Call.
Awesome.
That's like
look at you go.
Look at everybody. Bunyan Snipe says the Green Knight has been pulled from theaters in the UK ahead of debut.
Oh,
heavens!
What happened?
Well, probably violence or something.
Or is it just too much COVID? It got pulled.
Well, no, that would be a shut down theaters situation specifying the Green Knight itself. That
sucks. That movie looks amazing to me.
Yeah. It doesn't suck for me. I don't live in the UK.
Bunyan says, shit. Yeah, shit. Get it back in the theaters. What the hell? All right.
Terje says to Degrassi, The Empty Man was great. Dude. Okay. I hate writing things down.
Well, you gotta take notes on this channel, man. We got great listeners and commenters.
Yeah, please. What I want is more homework.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's great because it puts stuff on your radar that look, like I tell Scott this all the time. It's like we can't know everything, right? You just can't. You and I read the news and watch these shows all day, every day, and there's no way to consume it all or know it all or retain it all. So it's great when you guys can come into the chat and say, hey, have you seen this? Or did you see that? You know, when we inevitably stumble over not knowing something, you guys can correct us in the chat, and it's awesome.
What the hell is a snarf?
I don't know.
Degrassi says to Terje, yes, it was remarkable.
Remarkable to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bunyan says there is footage on YouTube from the 70s where he calls himself William Dafoe. Fine. I
remember too.
You know, from now on, I'm just going to call him. Yeah. I'm just going to say Mr. Dafoe.
Willem. Oh, Willem. I wonder why he changed it. Was it a snooty time in his life where he thought he was an artiste? Probably. Good. Maybe. Good for you.
Degrassi says Inside Llewellyn Davis is one of my favorites. It's such a. I enjoy musical movies. Todd Michael says The Last Temptation of Me and This Little Debbie Nutty Bar. Well, heavens.
Okay.
Bunyan says Blue Collar was his first directing job in 1978. Blue Collar was whose first directing job?
Are we still? I'm not sure. Are we talking about? I don't know. I don't know now. Are we talking about the card counter director?
Possibly.
Okay, that might be it.
Time travel beaches. Degrassi says Paul Schrader has directed some great movies. Hardcore, American Gigolo, Cat People. So
Cat
we
People.
are talking about Paul Schrader.
So
yes.
Okay, so that's who. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was that Paul Schrader. Or not. Okay, great, perfect. Now I know. Now I know who we're talking about.
And knowing is half the battle.
Knowing is half the battle.
Todd Michael says Danger Mouse is the best Bond.
Yeah, okay.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
Bunyan Snipe says Cthulhu was in the Marvel Universe in the Conan comics. Conan.
Boom.
Garfield Spider-Man.
Steel Trap.
Garfield,
Steel
Monday.
Trap. I can't remember shit, but Steel Trap. Sorry. I walked all over you there.
No, it's fine. It was a salad of making fun of Garfield Spider-Man. Thank you, Terje.
Oh, yeah. Lasagna. He
Bunyan
just got lasagna on the mind, I think, on the brain.
Well, it's good. Can you make a good lasagna?
Can I? No. But I can buy one.
Yeah, but making one is so much more satisfying.
I would assume.
Bunyan Snipe says the Marvel version, I'm going to say version, of Cthulhu was called Chthon.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much.
Makes sense. Bunyan continues the mark. Yes. And Terje says, found it. Shuma Garath. Total old one in the Marvel books. Yes, quite.
Yeah. But I think it's actually... I think those are two different... Because I think Chthon and Shuma Gorath. I think they're different. I think they're two different beings, but I could be wrong. I usually am.
Bunyan says they need to add a proper edit function 1.
Yes. Yes, they
I'm
do.
assuming that was with Plank. Much Plank. Chthon and Cthulhu were separate entities. When Marvel lost Conan and access to other Weird Tales characters to Dark Horse, they pushed the other one. Well, I don't know. Like, Cthulhu is public domain, yes?
I believe so, yes.
So I guess it's just branding to make sure that you own your version of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Whatever. Terje says, how much plank? 2x4?
2x4? 4x6.
Oh, Terje, I've got wood. Degrassi says, maybe she's Aurora Monroe. If she's Storm.
Mm-hmm.
There still hasn't been
and that's what people were saying. So just going back to that was a huge theory when that was just announced. Everybody on the internet, oh, she's going to be Storm. I don't think she's going to be Storm. I don't think we're going to see Storm in Black Panther now that the mantle is going to change.
I'm not going to believe in anything that is represented having Storm within it until that I am certain it is called X-Men.
Right.
Todd Michael says, you heard it here first. Miles Morales equals the new Black Panther. You can bet your sweet Bippy.
Yeah, Bippy, right.
That doesn't make a lick of sense, Todd Michael. Terje says, with my arachnophobia, I totally can't deal with a panther spider. Oh, my God. Our audience is on drugs.
Yes. That's why we love them, by the way.
Well, no,
that's
exactly.
Why we understand what they are saying.
It's how we get along.
Right.
Degrassi says, set videos of serious spoiler terria from
Territory?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. From Wakanda Forever are 100% solid. Yeah, I'm going to say no.
The problem with that and saying that those are solid is they're still your interpretation and they're completely out of context. So set photos and set videos are one thing, but unless the context is there, to me, it's hard to take it as 100% solid. Nothing is 100% solid unless it comes from the studio. But I take your point.
And not only that, but like I don't want to bet on these movies like they're sports, like I'm anticipating them being like these leaks are true, these are false, it's going to be good, it's going to be bad based on this early reporting. I would rather have it in my eyeballs and my brain and figure it out for myself.
Absolutely.
Bunyan says Cthulhu's legal status is a bit like Conan and Mickey Mouse. It should be fully in the public domain, but it's a bit iffy. You know what? And one of my favorite things about living in Canada is that James Bond is in the public domain.
Mm-hmm.
Literary public domain. So if you're a lady and you're hot and you're single and you have an idea for a James Bond movie, come join me. We'll hash out a James Bond novel in a cabin somewhere. It'll be great.
Yeah, that sounds like an invitation no one's going to take you up on.
Well, I know. It sounded weird halfway through. So anyway, Todd Michael continues. I make sausage. I can show you how the sausage is made.
I don't know if I want. Okay.
But
Maybe.
see, didn't Todd Michael totally make my last statement sound that much more normal?
Yes.
Moving on.
Well, actually, I don't want to move on because Polish sausage is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I do like kielbasa, so yes, thank you very much.
Cthulhu. I thought that's what I was saying.
We were.
Terje says, fried calamari for everyone. What?
I'm down.
This is a weird buffet.
I like calamari.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Degrassi says they've already done it with Gamora.
Don't know what we're talking about.
I'm not sure what we've done with Gamora.
Okay.
Why is Gamora?
Oh, I think he's talking about bringing her out of the multiverse. Yeah, look, I shit all over that too. It's part of that.
Well, she is a multiversal Gamora.
Yeah, I don't. She did it with Gamora, but she wasn't doing it like. I mean, I don't want to rehash what we just said, but yeah, no thanks. I'm not interested in that at all.
It was the cabin, wasn't it? It was the cabin that made it weird. Anyway,
totally.
Todd Michael says, I am the Earth 2 Todd Michael. Much better than the Earth 1 sucky one.
I know.
I don't know, man. I like Earth 1 Todd Michael.
Me too.
Todd Michael says, I could kill some calamari. We could all kill some calamari.
Right. And then eat it.
Yeah, well. I thought it was a euphemism for pounding a bucket of calamari.
It was.
Todd Michael says, I love when Scott says, Sawarwi? Or however his people say it, Sawarwi. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. That's funny. Canucks.
Knuckleheads.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Things might have broken.
Did we get another? Man, this thing is weird, man. I don't know why it does this.
Well.
Hold on. I'll find it again. I'll find it.
Okay. You're the doc.
Working.
Like a doozer. But what are you looking for? What happened? Or did you lose the chat?
Yeah, the chat jumped again and lost my place. Okay, here we go.
Hello. Degrassi says, expect some serious Spidey action in Watt's Fantastic Four. And that's fine because that was what, like the first or second issue of Spider-Man was Spider-Man trying to join the Fantastic Four. And it makes sense for the character now, as much as I am sort of lukewarm with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, for him to jump from Tony Stark to Reed Richards makes sense.
I'm going to take the other end of this and say that Spider-Man won't even be in Fantastic Four, just for the fact that I don't think that I think about halfway through Phase 4, Spider-Man's going all the way back to Sony, so I don't think the MCU will have access to that character for a while after after about the middle of Phase 4.
I'm pretty sure that Sony is going to extend all contracts to ensure
they
are tethered to the.
They did again, but every time they renegotiate this, like they just did, it feels more and more like Sony wants to pull it all back, and which would probably be fine, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to be there at the end of Phase 4, and I don't know if it works in the story. It really depends on how they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four. I don't know. We'll have to. Well, I'll reserve judgment on that, but I have a feeling that that's not gonna. It's not going to play out like it did in the comics. Obviously,
we are going to have so many movies between here and Fantastic Four that it will set it up. Like, I have faith in the MCU. I think it's going to work.
Me too. I do.
Bunyan Snipes, he wants to see Spidey in the paper bag. Sure. Nolodoc says, indeed. Degrassi says, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Hulk, Spider-Man, that would be great, wouldn't it? Well, on screen at the same time, absolutely.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Nolodoc says, I am the Earth 3 Todd Michael. Don't tell anyone. Well, certainly don't tell Earth 2 Todd Michael.
Right? They get jealous.
Yeah, well, Scotty gonna tinkle. I was Todd Michael. Thank you for knowing me so well. And I did announce it. I apologize for that. Bunyan says the original Braid. The original Blade was British. True.
So I think that was asked while you were otherwise indisposed. And I said, I didn't know. They might go that way, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Mahershala Ali decided on his own to say, I'm going to put a British accent on this guy. It just kind of makes sense to what I know from him as an actor anyways.
I'll bet you $5.
That he doesn't?
That he does not.
Okay. You're on.
Okay. Yeah. Bunyan Snipe says Schrader also directed American Gigolo. Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
He did. I've never seen it. Have you ever seen American Gigolo?
I have.
And who's in it?
I right off the bat, don't do that to me. I don't know.
So you don't remember the movie at all?
No.
Okay. Degrassi Knowles says Bill for short. Yes. Bunyan Snipe is laughing uproariously. Bunyan Snipe says, I am repeating things other people say now. Well, that's dementia, my friend.
Fuck. I thought it happened again. There we go.
Bunyan says, Shumagorath is based on another Lovecraft creation, Shub Nagarath. I'm not familiar. Like, I'm aware of H.P. Lovecraft, but I'm not deep in the lore. I don't know as much as maybe I should. Like, do you know a lot about it, Steve?
I don't. Not committed to memory.
Yeah.
I read a few of the books. I do like. I watch most of the movies. Most of the adaptations have been pretty piss poor, but I did like Color Out of Space. I thought was one of the better ones.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's sort of outside of. I don't even know where to look for.
I'm not full on nerdy into it to where I could pull out.
Well, not knowledgeable. Don't call it nerdy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, it is amazing.
Nerdy's awesome.
Todd Mike. Well, white and nerdy.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's a Weird Al song.
Yeah.
Todd Michael says, you want to know something that makes not a lick of sense? Rey being a Palpatine. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Oh, no, it totally makes sense.
That whole movie, that whole movie doesn't make a lick of sense.
No, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Sure it does.
0 sense.
Yeah, she was like her dad was a clone. And she was born on Jakku or something. And then ultimately, I don't know, she's a Skywalker. F it. Degrassi says the context is there, sadly. Well, no, beneficially, the context is there.
Not really.
Well, I mean, which context?
We don't know. Yeah, so we're commenting on something.
I am lacking context on this comment regarding context.
You may be correct, but well, usually set leaks, videos, and images are completely out of context. You have no idea what's going on there.
Well, and that's it. Like, hey, you can have a preconceived notion about what's going to happen in The Matrix 4 based on the personal lives of the filmmakers. But until you actually see Matrix 4, and I know we've covered it on the show, I don't remember the name of the movie at this moment, but Matrix 4 is created by two trans people. And
wasn't it Resurrection?
Sure, makes sense.
Matrix 4 Resurrection, I think it's called.
So in Matrix Resurrection, do you find it offensive that the story is going to be told by trans people?
No.
And I don't think that at all. I thought they were brilliant before, and I think they're still brilliant no matter what their personal lives have to do with it. And so leaks from the set, while interesting for gossip and what have you, I want to see what's on the canvas. And the artists themselves may be either troubled or absolutely successful or shilling or whatever. I don't care. I just want to see the work, and I'm either going to like the work or I'm not. And beyond that, I don't know. What if I enjoy the song, then why am I going to argue about how it was made?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I agree.
Palpatine was really a Skywalker. That would be funny, says Degrassi Knowles, and I agree. That would be hilarious. Turget says, I can't for Scotty's Bond novel, James Bond and the Maple Mortuary. Oh, that's a good title, though, man. Todd Michael continues, Steve, I'll shit all over that variant. Foley.
Yeah, man, I don't want any of that nonsense. Variants are cool. I get it, but I'm 100% against pulling a new character out of the multiverse to become the new Black Panther.
Can I be the new Black Panther?
Sure.
Where are the applications? Where do I sign up?
Were you introduced in the first movie?
No, I wasn't. I have no previous example. I am not qualified.
Well, then absolutely fucking not.
Then I accept your rejection.
Yeah, thank you.
Degrassi continues with James Bond Jr. Actually, I think it's called Bond. James Bond Jr.
Junior.
Todd Michael says,
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
I'm jumping all over the chat, Foley. Well, yeah,
man.
Fine. know.
Getting my ass kicked by Todd Michael today.
Nah, you're fine. He's trying to help. Noladoc says, Degrassi Knowles, wasn't there an animated kid series? Yes. Turget says, I want James Bond Sr. Bond in an old folks' home, suspecting everyone in a uniform to be henchmen, beating them down with his walker and trying to bed pussy no more.
And ordering a weak martini and being as fucking snooty about it.
I'd like a Pepto-Bismol, shaken not stirred. Bunyan says, Sony and Disney already made the deal, didn't they? Oh,
they did, but not through. I don't believe it's through the entirety of Phase 4. Could be wrong, but I believe it's only for a select number of films, and I don't think that's going to last through the entirety of Phase 4. I think they're going to have to renegotiate again, unfortunately. But I think, look, if you're Sony, it's smart. Because you keep them on the line, and you know what I mean. It makes no sense to just give in to the MCU. It's their character for now. Unfortunately, it'd be great if they just get Spider-Man back, but Sony seems to be doing a halfway decent job with their universe. I'm really looking forward to some of the movies that they have on the slate. So, we'll see.
I really need to see something that is going to set the world on fire from Marvel soon. Like, I enjoy the Disney Plus shows, but no, just anything in regards to Phase 4. You said that Shang-Chi is going to be the first official film of Phase 4, and it better set I need something for me to latch on to look forward to, and I appreciate that the first 3 phases of Marvel were tapping the classic Marvel comics. And now that they're moving forward and dealing with the cost and the aging out of the actors, Phase 4, you have classic characters to mine, and I don't feel the same urgency to see it. Again, I hate to be a poo-pooer on Black Widow, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
anyway.
but I don't think that's the right measurement. I think you're measuring a movie that's an anomaly and not actually anything that has anything to do with Phase 4.
Okay.
So I get what you're saying and I understand what you're saying. I think it's an unfair. It's just kind of unfair to measure or put a metric on a movie that's kind of out of place, anyways. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think what we need to do. You're right. We need to see something. Shang-Chi may not be it. I have a feeling, even though I know it doesn't look right for you. I think it looks good. No. I'm talking about. I was moving on to Eternals. Even though I know that you don't think that movie looks right for you, I have a feeling you're going to love that movie. I think everybody's going to love that movie.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too.
It's just something that as we get closer to it, I hope that I become more hyped for. And hey, in the continuing series of Scott getting hyped for the Eternals, please tune in every day of the week from Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and you'll find out how Scott feels about the Eternals.
Right.
Anyway. Todd Michael says, I can't wait for Turkish Spider-Man to appear in the Far From Home movie. Well, good for you. Yeah. Bunyan Snipe says Richard Gere. And it's the one with the eyes, Bunyan Snipe says. Shub also looks a lot like Starro.
Like Starro. Yeah, cool.
Todd Michael says Richard Gere kind of looks like Starro these days. Well,
oh boy, I
have a gerbil joke.
Oh no.
Todd Michael says I could kill some context right now. Me too, man.
Right.
Degrassi Noel says check out Fantastic Four 348.
Number 348.
Heavens, number 348.
Let's do that.
It's like I love the Fantastic Four. They make me hope.
Yeah, it was great. I wish I had that run like committed to memory, like obviously Degrassi does, where you can pull out issue numbers and say, "Oh man, you got to see this one."
Well, he's not on camera. He can Google whatever he wants.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, Degrassi continues. It's literally a video from the set of Black Panther 2. That's all. Oh, dude, and we're not arguing with you in any way, shape, or form. It's a matter of perception. I haven't seen this information yet.
Right.
And so if it's a thing that, there are leaks. It's just, I'd rather see the movie.
Yeah, and context is everything. I'm not saying, nobody's saying that it's illegitimate, that it's not what it claims to be. Mm-hmm. But all the speculation that everybody comes up with around that is just that speculation, because there's no context. You're not seeing it in the context of a finished film. In fact, most video, let me rephrase, a lot of video and imagery that you see get leaked never actually makes it in the final cut of the movie.
Well, and back in the day when you heard about set leaks and production leaks and everything like that, it was more about the excitement for what we were going to be getting. And nowadays, and especially after the weekend that we just had, when apparently we crucified Kevin Smith for baiting and switching and arguing and whatever. Right. And it's just like, I was excited about those releases and news and all of that, because I was like, I wonder what Tim Story's Fantastic Four was going to be like when I bought that issue of Wizard, and I didn't know. And then I saw it and I was like, all right.
But now these things are used as blunt instruments to whack.
It is. It's kind of like ammunition as opposed to being excited for something. And I loved Green Lantern before I saw it.
Yeah.
Bunyan continues on. There was a really cool animated short on YouTube that has a 60-year-old Connery come out of retirement for one last mission. I did see that. That is a really good video. I forget what it's called, but I did see it. It's animated. It's great. Todd Michael says, Scotty. Degrassi Noel says, nothing about cast or crew. Just a video of a scene for Black Panther 2 being filmed. Nothing political, and I love the sisters Wachowski. Oh, as do I.
Yeah, totally. And like Scotty said, we're not really trying to pick a fight or argue that. It's just, without the context, it's hard to comment. And
You know what the worst part is?
What is it?
The sisters Wachowski.
Mm-hmm.
They're out of my league. They would never even remotely care about what I think.
And I believe, if I could be mistaken, but I think it's just Lana that's doing this movie. That's not the sisters Wachowski for this movie.
It's true. That is true. It is only Lana. Todd Michael says, Airport 77 is better than Airport 80, the Concorde. I think not. I agree with Todd Michael. The Concorde is the better one.
Dude, it's been so long since I've seen either one of those. I can't make a determination, but I will side with Todd Michael on that.
Oh my God.
And you.
It is so good.
Yeah.
That entire, the airport. The entire
I
airport
have to see the 77 version again, but I think I like the Concorde one better too, if I'm not mistaken.
I enjoy I celebrate the entire series, but Concorde is better than 77. Degrassi says, if Ghostbuster Afterlife fails, Sony won't have a choice but to unload film and television.
You know what? You're not far from wrong. The only thing that makes me kind of put the pause button there would be the fact that that new CEO that took over a couple years ago is fully committed to the film division of Sony. So you may be right. You may be right, but he's got a hard on for film, which is awesome. But Ghostbusters has to work. You know, a lot of their properties have to work. I don't know. They're kind of they were in the same position as like Paramount was. When Paramount was just about to tank. Their streaming service, they're hoping kind of, fills the gap in there. Don't know. Sony, it may be that the fact that they have this deal with the MCU is really keeping them afloat because people want to see those movies. Even their ancillary movies, within their Spider-Verse movies that are maybe kind of tangentially, MCU adjacent, are going to do well because of their association with the MCU.
Yes, but in regards to Ghostbusters, I think that for me, as being a Ghostbusters fan, you've said several times that you're not all that invested.
Yeah.
And I think that the Ghostbusters Answer the Call failed for both of us because it leaned into sarcasm as opposed to being earnest and heartfelt. And Ghostbusters Answer the Call felt like a cash in, whereas this, it being a family affair, and it feels earnest and it feels like an honest movie. I don't think it's going to fail. I think that I trust Jason Reitman, and I think it's going to get the word of mouth of being, you know what, this is a Ghostbusters movie that we want.
Yeah, I think audiences and general audiences hopefully don't have that that sour taste in their mouth from the last one, but I do think that they will like this one a lot better. Automatically it looks better. It feels the tone feels right for the Ghostbusters franchise. So I don't know if it's going to fail, but you're right. You have a point. If it fails, Sony's going to be a wobbly. They need a win. They need that to win. And I think they might do it. They might pull that one out.
Let's hope. It depends on the art. Bunyan Snipe says, I have 348.
Awesome. Fantastic Four, number 348.
Naladoc says to Degrassi, I tend to agree. So, yay, agreement. Degrassi says, spoiling this Black Panther 2 bit for myself only makes me more excited to see it. Well, cool. And I've had that before as well. And so you get teased with something and you want to see it on screen. I love it.
That's awesome.
Bunyan says, In Service of Nothing. That is the name of your James Bond novel, I assume. And Degrassi Noel says, I got you. Same here. I still love them both. I'm assuming you're talking about both of the Ghostbusters movies. I am completely and totally misrepresenting all of your chats. I apologize for that.
79 and 80 Concord movies.
Possibly. Oh, it could be. Yes. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Bunyan continues, referring to Degrassi Knowles. I had a theory. Sony would sell their film division and buy Rockstar Games.
Now, I've heard that. I've heard you tell me that before, and I was 100% on board with you. I think that would be a great avenue for Sony to go down.
They would ruin Rockstar Games.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sony would?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Bunyan Sniper again. Yes, purchase. Nulladoc says Todd Michael typed that wrong. Airport 77 is better. Best Christopher Lee dead and floating outside a 747 window ever. Agreed. Bunyan Snipe says GTA and Red Dead as PlayStation exclusives. As an Xbox owner, I'd like to ask you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, there you go. He probably won't.
He won't. Well, maybe he will, but with most of the love. Degrassi says, I really want this new Ghostbusters to work desperately, and I do as well, Degrassi.
Even though I'm not jumping out of my seat for this movie, like I said yesterday, it looks good. It has the right feel, that Donner-esque feel, a little bit of Stranger Things vibe kind of to it as well. I think they got a hit. I don't know how much money it'll make. But I know probably the general audiences, I think, and Ghostbusters fans in general want another good Ghostbusters movie. So looks like they might have it on their hands with this one.
Bunyan says Ghostbusters 2016 relied too much on ad-libbing. Yeah. Well, Paul Feig.
Paul Feig. Yeah.
He is an improvisational director, and
he does that. And when you're working with comedians, it's hard, you know what I mean? That they want to improv a lot anyways. So yeah.
But he didn't realize that he was working with a horror science fiction comedy, and the harder parts are the horror and the science fiction. Mm-hmm. The comedy you can do, but you have to write it. It's kind of like, I remember all my stars. Gravity was originally supposed to star Robert Downey Jr. And Robert Downey Jr., because of the special effects and how everything had to be shot that way, Robert Downey Jr. stepped away from that project because, and this is all based on hearsay and happenstance, I don't know, I don't hang out with Rob.
Right.
And he had to step away because his style of acting was not conducive to making the movie that they were making in terms of specific movements and special effects and whatnot. And so I think that there is a place for improvisation, but certainly not in something with a lot of special effects. I'm a bumpkin who knows nothing about nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that movie though. I thought that movie's.
Oh, I like it a lot too. Yeah, absolutely. I like Sandra Bullock with short hair.
Yeah.
Degrassi says, seems like every time Marvel and Sony renegotiate, Sony loses something more substantial than Disney, like merchandise. Well, we're altering the deal. Pray we don't alter it any further.
You're right.
Todd Michael says, off topic, should tug of war be back in the Olympics as an event?
Was it ever? That's funny.
Well, yes, I'm sure in the ancient Greek.
Right. Tug of war. Why? Yeah, why not?
No.
That's not it's not a sport.
No.
Not an Olympic sport for you?
Well, I don't know. Would you watch it on TV?
No, but I don't watch half of the Olympic stuff they put on TV, so
I just watch beach volleyball.
Yeah, me too.
Degrassi says, if Sony sells, Disney Marvel gets Spider-Man back.
Not necessarily. That's not actually how rights work in this case. Whoever buys Sony will have those rights, unless specifically negotiated in the terms. Usually everybody thinks this is the case. Actually, what happens is you have to put stipulations in the original sale that says if this property is ever sold, then it's or your company is bought out, that it reverts back. That's not always the case. So I would just caution you that I don't know for sure. That might be the case in this instance, but I have heard that that's not from pretty reliable source. But I am not a contract lawyer. I just sometimes play one on the internet.
Denny Crane. Degrassi Noel says RDJ was going to be Raimi's Oz too. You know, I saw Oz in the Great and Powerful, and that would have been so much better with Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it. It didn't look good to me.
It was in 3D, and Mila Kunis was the Wicked Witch of the West, and quite frankly, she's hot green.
She's hot all the time. What did you like the movie?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. James Franco was the weakest point.
That's
Todd Michael says, the more chats we post, the more Scotty's cravings grow. Keep chatting, beaches. I need my nicotine. Stop talking.
Bunyan Snipe says, no, the Spidey rights go back to Marvel if Sony sell. It was part of the contract. Okay, well, I've heard so I've heard it both ways. So I have people that say yes, it was part of the contract, and people that say no, it wasn't. Look, the only people that know work at Sony and Marvel, so we won't know unless you can find the contract online somewhere and show it to me. I'm down with that, but I don't know if that's the case. But if it is, then great. I don't think Sony's going to sell though. I don't think they're in a position to do that right now. I think they're doing fine, and I think their Spider-Verse is going to make them money. Right.
Naladoc says to Steve, I wonder if such clause would have been put in.
It's likely. It is likely. So that's why I'm not going to say 100% either way. It is likely that clause is put in. It is often put in. But it's not always the case.
And Naladoc says to Bunyan, thank you. Rights of first refusal. Well, yeah. Rights of first refusal always seems like such a dick move. Like, it seems like we own it until we say we don't want it, and then we can wait as long as we want to say we don't.
I don't think the rights of first refusal is actually that would fall under rights of first refusal. That's usually done in a different way. I don't think that's actually what you would call it. But like I said, I'm not a copyright lawyer, so I'm not a contract lawyer either. So it's hard. You just get way into the weeds in those things. It's rough. So I mean, look, you could be 100% right, and if they put the clause in there that says, if you're ever acquired, the problem with the sale is that it's not. If they're selling off that piece, that may be where those rights have to revert, because they're actually not being acquired in totality. Nobody's going to buy Sony. They'll just sell off that division. So there may be a case to be made that by selling the division, you're in breach of the original contract and the rights will revert. So that might be the case. I assume. Look, Marvel was in they were negotiating from a place of extreme weakness when they made these deals. They were about to go out of business. So I don't know how strong. I know everybody wants to think that they had these strong contracts in place. They really didn't. They needed money, and they needed it badly.
Iron Man was such a risk.
Yeah.
No one knew who Iron Man was. And when they released Iron Man through Paramount as Marvel Studios, that was, all right, we're just going to throw everything at the wall and we hope it works. And it did. And it started a chain reaction of one of the biggest franchises in cinematic history. And it is a marvel, no pun intended, that actually happened. No one cared about Iron Man.
Right.
No one cared about Robert Downey Jr. No one. And then it launched essentially the powerhouse that is Disney that you know today. It's insane. And I'm not that old.
Right. Bunyan Snipe says they have to make a Spider-Verse movie every 3 years or they lose it. Correct. Bunyan also says Disney can get Spider-Man back for free, so why pay? No update on the Sony deal. It's in stalemate. Okay, thank you for that because I wasn't sure. I thought they had come to an agreement. That's interesting.
Where's Amy Pascal? Is she single? Can I buy her a coffee or something?
I'm sure you can.
All right. Bunyan Snipe says, as I previously noted, Disney wouldn't have to pay a dime for Spider-Man if Sony Pictures sold. As according to Forbes, if Sony Pictures is sold, the Spider-Man film rights revert back to Marvel. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then like I said, they'll revert it because it's not an acquisition; it's a sale. Selling the division out. That's probably where where the parsing is of that. I would just caution that I hope the people at Forbes, whoever wrote that article, actually knows the contract and saw the contract details.
Oh, no, it's Jeff Forbes.
Oh, Jeff. Oh, of course.
Of the Hampton Forbeses.
Right. So obviously.
Yes. Todd Michael says, is the Spider rights the only ones remaining that Marvel does not have back?
No, they don't have the rights to Hulk either.
No, true. That is true.
So there's still some rights issues with Hulk. But I think that the only remaining is the Hulk with Universal and the Spider-Man stuff with Sony.
Mm-hmm. I think
there
don't
could be a couple others, smaller ones that I don't know about.
I'd have to look into it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Todd Michael says R equals is, and also a pirate sound.
R.
Yar.
Yar. Okay, one more, buddy.
Degrassi with a G. Jeff. Yeah, no, exactly. Every time I think of a person named Jeff, I always think of Jeff being spelled with a G. Degrassi, I agree with you. I appreciate you acknowledging this. With a G, Jeff. It is Geoff. That is how I say Jeff.
Jeff.
Geoff.
Okay. I'm not going to argue about it.
Well, I'm clearly very passionate.
Yeah.
Todd Michael says Hulk. But I would think She-Hulk would fold into those rights, and they obviously have those.
No, it didn't for some reason. And I don't know the exact. I've heard the reason before, but I can't repeat it verbatim, so I'm not going to try.
Well, isn't the whole thing with Hulk is that he's like a Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
Or a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Which one?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right?
Well, yeah, but so I don't understand the universal ownership of the Hulk.
And then, Degrassi's right. Namor of Atlantis. Universal still has that Namor as well. But
because they own the ocean? Why?
But I think in this new negotiation, Namor, or maybe in the last one, they're going to be able to use Namor. That's what I've heard.
Well, Namor would be a great villain in a Fantastic Four movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Provides a love triangle.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Wakanda Forever. We see Namor.
Oh, that'd be bitchin'. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Degrassi says Hyde's got nothing to hide. Yes, right. Quite.
All right, my friends. I think we're at the end of the. Oh no! Okay, I'm just gonna keep. piping him in.
Degrassi says, yeah, he is the Prince of the Sea. Of course he is. He's got wings on his ankles. It's weird. Yep. So, Steve, do you want to get the hell out of here and deal with tomorrow? You want to talk about Todd Michaels' thing here for a second?
Yeah, I thought Namor was supposed to be in Wakanda movie. I mean, he was teased. Yeah, me too. I think that was pretty much a done deal. But I do believe they didn't outright get the rights back. It was a negotiation they had with Universal.
And I don't mean to say that you guys are a burden or anything, but after 2 hours,
right? All right.
I need a cigarette. I'm a smoker. I need to smoke.
I don't know why you want to smoke on the show. You have
because
before.
It's disrespectful until I gotta be crazy wasted before I start smoking. Okay. Turjay says, what a lively chat. Thanks for all the comments and opinions. Thank you, Turjay, for being a mod. Everything from monsters to planes, sausages, and contracts with small print. A chatty Wednesday. Agreed, sir. And thank you so much for being here. Degrassi says, later, guys. Thanks for the company. Thanks for coming, being here. Degrassi, your contributions fucking bitching.
Yeah.
Todd Michael says, I am a total burden, and that you are, sir. You are a swinging burden. Todd Michael says, and this was a personal challenge to see how many things you would read. Well, you know what? I'm learning to read, and I appreciate it. Degrassi says, I'm only a burden to my wife. Your wife is a lucky woman.
Okay, let's
get the hell out of here, man.
All right, everybody. So, hey, thanks for engaging in the chat. We love it. This kind of engagement helps the channel grow. Please do all the things, like, share, subscribe, share this stuff with all your buddies, and we appreciate it. We're really starting to grow, and we appreciate everybody for coming by and hanging out with us for a couple hours and talking nonsense. We love it. And Scotty, I love doing the show with you, man. I say that every day, but it is true. And we'll keep making these until nobody wants to watch anymore. So until next time, everybody, for Scotty R37, I am Steve Foley. Have a great day, everybody.
See you guys.